The results of the study showed from the point of view of the applied study that there is a clear weakness in the independence of women's participation in the Tafilah Governorate in political work as candidates. This is due to the prevalence of male culture and the subordination of women to men, emanating from the cultural and social reality of the society in Tafilah Governorate. The intentional study sample confirms that the candidacy decision is primarily a family or clan decision. The study sample surmised that most of the female candidates were trying to win the competition despite their knowledge that the Tafilah Governorate is difficult to win competitively. The study sample views that the academic and personal qualifications possessed by the female candidates and the electoral program are the actual reason for the victory of one of them. The intentional sample deemed that the aim of candidacy was to serve the community, maintain and work on solving societal problems in addition to proving the active role of women. The intended sample highlighted that one of the most important difficulties and obstacles it faced was the formation of blocks, clan lists, material matters, corona pandemic, and male society. The intentional sample confirmed that forming electoral lists based on tribal consultation is the most important reason for female candidates failing to win competitively. The intentional study sample believes that the opportunities available to women are less than those of men on the same list in being able to promote their electoral program. The intended sample confirmed that about half of the female candidates have been exposed to bullying and hate speech during the campaign period. The results of the study delivered from the standpoint of random sample. The results of the study delivered from the standpoint of the random sample. 1. That all of the study sample agree that there are societal factors that greatly affect the participation of women as candidates in Tafilah Governorate for the year 2020. The results showed that the electoral campaigns constitute a financial burden for female candidates. The results showed that voters supported the clan candidate regardless of their gender. Voters do not accept the idea of a woman being a member of the parliament in the community. The results showed that the clan support for the female candidate reduced the chances of success for women from the same clan. The political capital affected the opportunity for women to reach parliament. Failure to accept the idea of a woman being a member of the parliament in society. The low educational level limits any participation of women in political work. The woman in Tafilah Governorate belongs to their clan, which forces her to give her vote to male candidate who is supported by the clan regardless of any advantages or qualifications. Women in Tafilah Governorate do not see that they have sufficient social popularity that motivates them to go through the experience of political work, both as voters and candidates, due to the lack of importance of social and volunteer work in their life, and their adherence to the stereotyping of women as housewives and their perception that community and volunteer work is useless. Recommendations. Based on the results obtained, the study recommends from a general perspective the following. Directing civil society organizations, especially women, to form a special academy in the political participation of women in Tafilah Governorate that train female candidates on the election law and the electoral lists, in addition to how successful electoral campaigning would work and raise awareness. The need to highlight the effective role of women and that they are the basic building block in society. Continuing to provide adequate support for women to reach decision-making positions and to have the confidence in their ability to compete with men. The need to emphasize the important role of the family in political upbringing. Investing in available opportunities that support women's access to political office. Improving the societal perception of women and reducing the domination of the male community prevailing in Tafilah Governorate. Searching for ways to increase the independence of women financially, morally, and tribally. From a private perspective, the study recommends the following. Work on community education regarding political capital, and that it is a culture that must be eliminated. Enhancing women's self-confidence in order to be able to choose the right lists according to the proposed electoral programs, and on well-studied principles, away from the principle of tribal consultation, through a program of capacity building for those wishing to run for office. Amending the election law to ensure that a sufficient number of women reach the title of parliament. Putting in place deterrent penalties for anyone who is exposed to any female candidate in any form of bullying or hate speech during the campaign period. Stimulating the role of women, and it is essential that there be equal opportunities between them and men in promoting the electoral list program. For more detailed information about this survey and our organization, visit our website www.tafilahwomen.org. Thank you for listening.